but they had to make
Well,
contact.
welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines. And as they were last night, these two yahoos are still going on about the wonderful Latrell Mitchell and some of the issues that he's having
I
to
think
deal
Latrell
with.
Mitchell's wonderful too, but he does stupid stuff and he's just got to get it out of his game.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything.
Well, neither should you, because you have nothing to say. You guys are going to have to excuse me for a second, though,
Why?
because I left my phone over there. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk
please.
myself. Well, are we allowed to talk about Latrell? Oh my goodness. Seriously.
Manly were good though.
Yeah, Manly are always good.
Okay, now I'm back to bring some reality and some common sense to this discussion. Gentlemen, we're going to talk about round 7.
We are.
Yes.
And on Thursday night,
Again, how many games have the Panthers ever had Thursday nights?
Who cares? Less than Friday night games at the Broncos.
Yeah.
well,
They must be getting a lot of away games because they've had a lot of games at home on a Thursday night.
the same argument could be made for St George because they've had a lot of Sunday
Sunday
games.
games.
Sure.
So,
Yep.
Anyway, so let's talk about the Penrith Panthers and Newcastle Knights. Penrith will be raving favourites for this game.
Sure.
Knights are still going to be obviously without quite a few of their players. Or
Yeah.
Ponga will be back as he was last week.
Yep.
Thoughts on the game?
Oh, it's tough. Like I said, I want to know which Panthers team shows up. Is it the Panthers team that is unfazed by the media attention of them being ungrateful young yahoos?
Are you saying that or are you just quoting?
No, I'm just saying it. But that's what the perception is, and right, all power to them. If you are good enough to not lose a regular season game in 30 matches or whatever it is that they've played, you deserve to be a bit arrogant. I'm sorry, I would take it from my club.
Yeah, I think there's a way to be arrogant. There's a way to be confident. I think.
Yeah, says the
But anyway.
Roosters.
Yeah, well, that's right. Who are always confident
Oh, please.
without being arrogant.
Just
Hang on, what?
yeah, just let him go.
I knew he'd get that result.
He can't help himself. All right. So Panthers have got Api Coruscant named in the 20 and Dylan Edwards at 21. I
Right.
wonder if they'll play. I wonder.
I don't
Edwards?
think so. I don't think so. I think Edwards is probably still another week or two away.
You'd think so.
I think this is.
And they
Ducks
said
and
Appy's
Drakes
probably
or
a couple of weeks away too.
Panthers
so,
and
yeah.
whatever other the end.
Hey, look, you know they're just going to get better. That's a scary
know.
thing. Yeah,
I know.
So I think the Panthers will win comfortably. I think the problem is Knights. The Knights are very what's the word? They get behind. They start to drop their bundle a bit, and they're a bit inconsistent. So. They won't be able to stay with the Panthers like even the Broncos did the other night. I don't think.
So do we expect the Panthers to go through undefeated?
I hope not. That'd be unbearable.
Thanks for your unbiased comments there, Tom. Brian, what do you
asked
think?
my opinion. I'm
Look,
giving you my opinion.
Can I be honest? And this is going to sound odd because we've all had teams in our lifetime that have been really dominant. I can't see anyone in this competition beating the Panthers.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I think that this Panthers outfit at full strength is probably one of the best that I've seen. But that's not going to be proven until they get through and win a grand
that's right.
final.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be good enough on the day.
Well, and last year grand final proved that. I mean, Melbourne just basically outthought them.
Yeah.
You know.
So I think Steve, they could quite possibly go undefeated all season.
And I think that's true too. Yeah.
All right,
right.
let's go to the first game on Friday, which is a Seabus Super Stadium, where the Titans are up against the Rabbitohs.
So you're bound not to have Latrell, I think. I can't see you winning for
So tonight he'll be suspended for 1 week. So we'll miss him out this week, but he'll be back for the weeks after.
Good luck.
That's fine.
Good luck with that.
What do you do?
But that's okay.
Johnson goes to
Johnson
fullback.
goes into fullback.
Yeah.
We bring because Mansour's out.
Yep.
Because he's torn his hamstring.
Yeah,
so
Jackson
he's gone
Paulo.
for 4 weeks.
Okay.
Jackson Paulo will come in.
Yep.
It's still a pretty good looking Souths team.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean,
And,
they're one of the top 3 contenders. They're going to continue.
and
to
the
roll.
Titans have lost Big Tino. So
Okay. Oh really? What did you do?
it's just not suspension.
Can't find him.
I can't. Yeah.
Around somewhere.
Yeah. The big unit went missing. Look,
Yeah, look, I mean, I said to you on last night's show. What are you
Yes.
doing like
No,
that?
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last night's
I'm
show.
listening to what you're saying.
Waiting for your words of wisdom.
That yeah, good
You
luck.
didn't see you didn't see the eyes roll.
The Tigers came out after being smashed the week before and
Yep.
played really well The Titans can do that as well.
Yeah.
The Titans on their day can perform at a very high level.
Yep. And they're home. They're going to want to get a bit of self-respect back.
Yep.
They'll get a rev up this week. So.
Which Titans team shows up?
Yeah.
So who are we picking?
I'll have to go with the Rabbitohs.
Yeah,
But I don't think it'll be a walkover.
Yep, I'm on the Bunnies too.
Yeah.
We're all on the Panthers in
And
the first
you?
game, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
And you?
Yeah, I think the Bunnies might just get this one.
Okay. Glad to see that big confidence for your team.
Oh,
well
yeah,
done.
no, I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to TIO Stadium, where this is in Darwin, I believe, where the Parramatta Eels are playing the Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah, look, I think the Eels are on a roll. I think, the Broncos might trouble them, but I don't think they can win.
I actually disagree. I'm probably not going to tip the Broncos, but I think they can win. I think if they play like they did last week, last week they would have beaten most teams.
I still think the Panthers played well below their best. Made them look good.
Yeah, I'm not
the
sure
one
about
thing
that.
the Broncos did it and the Tigers did it is that they got into the face of the opposition, and they were able to do that for 80 minutes.
Yeah.
If the Broncos can do that this week, I actually give them a chance. A small one, but I wouldn't put money on it. But
I find it amusing. Like I said in the last show, we've got all these Parramatta supporters out there that say you hate Parramatta. I pick them every week.
yeah, but you're just trying to win a footy competition. I mean, come on.
So
Seriously.
it must say something. And I'm picking them this week too, because I just think they are too strong. Despite the inclusion of ex-Manly hooker Danny Levi into the number 14 at the Broncos.
Well, obviously you didn't.
Ex-Manly
didn't want
discard.
him.
Yeah, that's true too. No,
But hang on, haven't you lost hookers?
We don't have any hookers.
Well, why did you let him go?
Because
Des said so.
in Des we trust.
Now we can say it.
Oh,
I've been saying it all time.
That's
So we're
starting
going.
to wear
We're all
very
going
thin.
the Eels.
We're
right?
all going the Eels.
We're all going the Eels.
All right.
Okay, next Strata Jubilee Stadium, where the Cronulla Sharks are playing the Canterbury Bulldogs. Is this a question of how much the Sharks will win by?
Oh no, I don't think so at all.
No?
I think the Bulldogs, if they can focus on what they did well in that period of time where they scored those 18 points, they might trouble the Sharks. And the Sharks are a little bit shaken at the moment because assistant coach, bit of disarray. I think this could be closer than you expect.
Yeah, look, I want to take the Dogs because of the disarray that the Sharks are in, but
They haven't got Hetherington now.
you look at the team and you've got Dylan Napper and Bradley Dietz and Matt Dury. Like,
No names,
they're not really. I don't know.
household names.
And just sheerly looking at the bench, Sean Johnson, Jack Williams, Billy Magoulias, the Sharks have got this in the bag, don't they? Surely.
I think they'll win, but I think it could be close.
Yep, I'm going to have to go the Sharks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to North Queensland, Queensland Country Bank Stadium, where the North Queensland Cowboys are playing the Canberra Raiders. This is going to be a danger game for the Raiders. If they turn up the way they did last week, and North Queensland at home, I think this could be an interesting game for them.
I think the Raiders will be wanting to make a statement. I think they will have been humiliated this week, and I think they'll be having a good look in the mirror.
Wow, team down on confidence versus a team with 2 wins. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I really like.
I'll be going the Raiders.
Yeah, but how do you go the Raiders when they've been playing so badly?
Because there's quality in that side, and I think they need a reality check. And if they get it, they'll play comfortably over the Cowboys. If not, then their season's going downhill.
I'm trusting that Ricky Stewart will bring the 2 Corys into the team.
Horsburgh?
And Harawira Naira.
Oh, okay.
And that'll make a difference on that right-hand edge.
Do you think, I asked you the question about the Panthers. Do you think the Bulldogs will win a game this year?
You can't go through a whole year with
you
zeros.
And
The
question
Roosters did it in 1966.
Well, that's true, but that was the Roosters and they suck.
That's true, yeah.
Well, and the Rabbitohs, I bet, never ever went undefeated.
I know, they...
Yeah.
Went
That's right.
undefeated. Yeah.
When defeated, without a win.
He's a bit confused.
He is confused. He's a rooster.
He's rocking me with that stupidity. Yeah. All right, Raiders to win.
Okay, and the reason I'm asking that is because now what's being said is that there's about 10 or 12 players that are not likely to be contracted. So they can either come out and play their hearts out for another contract, or they can say, no, screw this, and just play out the season. So,
but they need a contract, which means they should be putting in.
But right now, I can't see any team that could lose to the Bulldogs.
Oh, look, on their day, you never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
I don't think they have a day.
And they've got a new coach, and so who knows that by the end of the season he may have developed something in them. You just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, let's talk about Bankwest Stadium on Sunday, where the West Tigers are playing the Manly Seagulls. This will actually be a really good game.
Yep.
If both teams play like they did the week before.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's an absolute lay down misère for the Seagulls, given that they've had one really exceptional game and 5 average games.
But so are the Tigers.
4 average games. We won 2.
Yeah, but the last one wasn't.
Yeah, but didn't
great
play well to
victory,
win,
honestly.
Still
And the
won.
Tigers have put together 2 or 3 reasonably good games, albeit not for 80 minutes.
No.
They just can't ice it, can they?
No.
So
I got to say, last week against South, Dewey was probably the best player for the
by a
Tigers
mile.
on
He's
the field.
he's killing it.
He is doing really well.
And the other thing is, while not at the same level, Jake Simpkin has announced himself as a hooker.
Oh, yeah.
He's not in the Harry Grant sort of category, but he's suddenly come out of the blocks, and you go, "Where'd this kid come from?" You know,
Absolutely.
He had a really good game.
he's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, Manly to win that because they can't stop Tom.
I'm actually going Tigers, I think.
Yeah,
And you know why?
it's a bit of a line ball.
Because it's a home game. To the,
What, at Bankwest?
no,
It's not a home
really.
stadium.
Well, they don't have to travel as
not
far
like
as Manly.
that.
It's not like that.
Manly don't like to travel, let's forget.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
remember.
right. We didn't travel at Aldermore and beat a team in the top 8 by
Mudgee, wasn't
36
Who had
points.
to travel
Or
3
Mudgee,
times
that's right.
further.
Yeah, it didn't travel
We're
at all
not
well
getting the
there.
facts straight. Jeez.
Okay, let's go to Sydney Cricket Ground where the Sydney Roosters are playing St George Illawarra.
I am going to this game with Brent.
Are you?
Yep. Well,
Wow.
I'm going to Mittagong for my
Game's
daughter's
not at,
for my daughter's wedding on the Saturday,
Yeah.
and forgot that this game was on the next day. So we were checking out at 10 o'clock, drive home, and then out to the game. So it's going to be a bit of a busy weekend.
So why didn't you just change the date of the wedding?
I won't even grace that comment.
All right.
What, you've already discussed it and it wasn't going to happen?
Tom, I got a serious question, Tom.
Yes.
So, Takiaho has a busted rib,
Yes.
and Warrior Hargraves is crook as well.
Yep.
They've both been named.
Oh, you've seen it, have you? Yeah, okay.
Do you think they'll play?
Even Radley was named, I think.
Yeah, of course, because it's the Roosters. He's like Latrell's the golden boy, and Victor Radley is from the Roosters. They're both going to get off their charges.
Well, I hope so. I hope Latrell does it.
That'd be a
I
joke.
think Radley should. Radley was worse than anyone.
He's got on the bandwagon now.
As I said, he left the ground and
seriously.
clicked him in the head.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, you hit him in the head, you do the crime, you do the time. But
Sure, I'm not arguing about it.
anyway, so my question is, Tom, what's going to happen? Are they really going to play?
Look, I don't know. Siwa's got a rib cartilage. You can needle that, although I wouldn't fancy playing myself with something like that. Sam Verrills, interestingly, has been named, which is really encouraging. And Jared's also been named with a shoulder injury, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. We do have a couple of forwards on the reserves bench, in case they're not available.
Because I'll tell you what the problem is.
Yep.
Blake Laurie, Paul Vaughan, Josh Kerr, Tarek Sims, Fumiano, Josh Maguire.
Oh yeah, they've got. That's what's been winning the games. Is the
That's going to be your problem.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, our defence is good, but our problem still again is we can't score points.
so that being said,
Yeah,
I'm going Dragons.
that's not surprising.
I'm going Roosters, but I'd like to see what the final team is named.
Yeah. Look, obviously I'm going to go Roosters because I'm loyal, but I think this is going to be a tough game to win. The Dragons will be hurting from their loss last week, and I think they'll be wanting to right the wrong.
So for our avid Dragons supporters out there who
Do
are
we have
listening,
one?
we have one.
We have one, yeah, okay.
Roosters, Dragons.
So you'll be the favourite son. You'll be the fair-haired boy this week.
All right, let's get on to the next game.
It's not fair to call him fair-haired.
He got the joke.
That's just...
He's allowed to pick on me. It's okay.
Amy Park on Sunday afternoon, where the Melbourne Storm are playing the Warriors. Do we give the Warriors a chance in this one?
Probably not, but the Warriors often perform well in this particular
Yes, they do.
fixture. They've come down. They've gone down to Melbourne a couple of times and beaten them. Look, the Storm were good in patches last week. Harry Grant, when he came on, he was just the difference, I think, in the team. Honestly.
Yeah, I was reading this week, and I'm curious. I'm going to put it up on Facebook for Sally to comment. Harry Grant in his first year at the Storm is better than Cameron Smith was in his last. That's what I was reading this week.
Well, anybody in their last season isn't necessarily going to be as good as they were in their prime.
I don't know. He certainly controlled the game still.
Yeah, he's a different player.
All right.
No.
Anyway, I'm on the Storm for this one.
Yeah, Storm.
Okay.
All right.
And
Ladder?
you? And you?
Oh, I'm Storm.
Okay, I'm going ladder. So we got Panthers still undefeated on 12 points in first position. The Rabbitohs are now in second. The Eels in third, and the Storm.
Sorry, who's in second again?
I already told you. And the Storm are in fourth. The rest of the 8 are the Roosters, the Dragons, the Titans, and the Warriors. Outside of the 8, we've got the Raiders, the Knights, the Sharks, the Sea Eagles in 12th, the Cowboys, the Broncos, the West Tigers, and the only team without a win are the Bulldogs.
So Manly are only one win out of the 8. And
Spin doctor.
For anyone out there who's in our footy tipping comp, Brighton 75 is leading the comp with Amigo Panthero back on 82, with yours truly in third place. SS Rabbitohs has dropped out of the top 3.
Yeah,
Top
but he's in the
3.
top 4.
It's all subjective.
All right, so remember to get your
I'm
footy
11th,
tips in.
aren't I? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everyone else is well down.
Yes, that's
All
right.
right. Before we go,
Well, we're not going anywhere just yet.
no, good, because I want to discuss some of the mid-season signings.
Or suggested
Well,
mid-season?
Oh, you
It's-
mean the half merry-go-round?
the halve merry-go-round. So Townsend is apparently disgruntled by the Josh Morris sacking and has packed up his kit and bag and has decided to go to the Cowboys.
That's the
Josh
John
McGuire.
Morris.
The John Morris.
John
Yeah,
Morris,
you said
sorry.
Josh.
Yeah.
John, Josh, all the same. Jay Morris. They're all the same. They're all Morrises. I don't know where that leaves the Sharks. Sean Townsend, of course, is still there.
Sean Johnson.
Sean,
You should go home.
Townsend's leaving. Johnson's still there. Oh, look, what am I saying?
We don't know.
Jackson
We're
Hastings.
going to have subtitles from now on.
You'll need them.
Right.
Jackson Hastings has
Signed for next
signed for next year at the West Tigers.
Yes.
Where does that leave Luke Brooks?
Brooks. And
So-
Dewey.
No.
Dewey's playing well.
He's coming to play lock, not halfback.
Who?
Really? Hastings.
Hastings.
Oh, yeah, right.
He won't last long.
Yeah, yeah. So the bloke who played fullback and halfback is now going to play lock.
He's going to play lock.
Yeah. I don't think Luke Brooks will be there past this year.
Interesting.
So that means the Sharks are now making a play for Adam Reynolds.
They won't get him.
Hey, look, he's only after a 1 year.
no,
He's
no.
only after a couple of year contract to go when the new Brisbane team
they
comes
won't-
in, after
they won't
Wayne
get
comes in.
They won't get him.
Brent Naden is apparently rumoured to be signing with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Good
Well-
fit.
Well, I think that is because don't forget they're also getting
Addo
Carr, and they're also getting the other Panther player,
Brent Naden, and
Matt Burton.
Matt Burton.
Matt Burton.
Yes.
So bring those 3 players into that team, and all
seriously?
of a sudden, look, they're not a premiership winning team, but they're certainly a much more competitive team than what
And interesting, Kyle Flanagan, who I really rated at the Roosters, has gone into a struggling team and he's not playing nearly as well as he was when he was with the Roosters.
Well, he
And-
doesn't have the forwards going
Correct.
forward, and he
Correct.
doesn't have the
Hang on.
backs.
Can I just say this?
Running
You
on.
talk about the Dogs as though they've got nothing. They've got Dallin Watene-Deslezniak, New Zealand captain at fullback. Nick Kotrick.
Yep.
Chotrich.
Kotrick. State of Origin winger. They've got Will Hopewadi, a State of Origin centre, although admittedly a few years ago. They've got Corey Allen, a current Queensland State of Origin winger. Kyle Flanagan, who led the Roosters around to the semi-finals last year. Like, What are we talking about here?
They don't have forwards.
Luke Thompson, who played for St
Look,
Helens,
read out their
premiership winner.
forwards.
Luke Thompson.
Yep.
He's a sensational player.
he's
I
going
would
away.
take
He's
him
going
in a
away,
yeah.
second.
Go again.
Adam Elliott.
Yep. He's a
Getting
useful
old.
player.
Getting old.
Getting old.
Chris Smith.
Yeah.
Corey Waddell. Rate him.
Yeah.
He's a very good young player.
Yeah.
Missing Josh Jackson, who's injured.
Yes.
That's
Napper.
well,
He's terrible.
Yeah,
I'm glad he left us.
Still.
like,
He's got nothing.
you know what? That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, that's the problem with it though. It's the forwards. It's not the backs.
But they're not that bad. Like Josh Jackson, Luke Thompson, I think would be thereabouts in most clubs. I don't understand. Why are we talking about the Dogs as though they're terrible?
because they've played
And then
terrible the last 6 weeks.
hang on, and
Hodgson has a calf injury. Sorry, watching NRL 360,
we
getting
know-
all the tips.
I know that. That's why he's out.
This is yesterday's show.
Tom
though.
Starling.
Of course it is, yes.
Starling's playing at hooker. If you have managed to look at your teams like
I
we're
didn't get
doing,
that far, sorry.
so what you're saying is they're looking at buying a centre, a winger, and a 5'8".
Yes.
Oh well, that's exactly what they need if they need
Because
forwards.
Avarillo's playing very, very well.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I said I think they're going to struggle next year as well because they need to buy some decent forwards. They need to buy some forward.
I think I said actually that I heard 16 players are off contract at the end of
Well,
the
that's
season.
quite
All right.
possible. I think there'll be a huge shake-up.
Yep.
Anyone else? Any other player changes that you can think of off the top of your head?
No.
No.
Right.
Nothing comes to mind.
All right. What were you going to mention, Steve?
I think Moses is actually off contract too, but I mean, I can't say that.
Moses has a two-year option in his favour.
Actually, there is one other player swap that I wanted to talk about, and that is the Perenara
TJ Perenara.
coming from New Zealand All Blacks
I don't think that's going to happen.
to play with the Sydney All Blacks.
I don't think that's going to happen, honestly. I don't know why we were talking about that, to be honest.
Why do you think it's going to happen?
Well, because if he gets the okay today, it's going to be 7, 8, 10 weeks before he will actually get on the field because I think he's got a quarantine. He's got a.
But are they actually talking about it this year?
He's got to learn the game. Oh, this year. But I mean, Veros is coming back. We've got Ben Marshke. It's not like we've got no hookers. I just don't understand why we would consider it.
Because it's the Roosters, and
Just-
you've got an endless money pit and 2 first-grade teams.
We've only. I think we've only got 28 people signed for in the top 30. So
Yeah.
All
got
I'm
a couple of
telling you
spaces.
is what's being reported.
yeah.
Yep.
And Trent Robinson was asked about it. And he said, "Yeah, we've talked, but that's as far as it's gone."
Yeah, but that's
And
what
somebody
they always
said,
say until
somebody
they're
said,
done
okay,
with
so
the
where would you use him? And they went, whoa, back off a bit. We've just talked to him,
Yeah.
you know.
All right.
So
All right.
Gentlemen, anything you want to end the show with? Intelligent?
Look, I just am surprised at you guys. Neither of you picked the Dragons. Neither of you picked Manly. That's why I'm leading you in the footy tipping comp.
it wasn't saying
Hang
that a
on.
few years ago.
How much are you leading us by in the footy tipping comp?
I'm leading him by a mile.
How much are you leading me by?
Two.
One game.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to going to SCG. Wonderful occasion with the Anzac to support the men and women who served our country and made us the free country that we are. Fantastic. And looking forward to the match. Should be fantastic.
Thank you. Brian? Finished? No. Well, you are with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines. Thank you for watching. We'll do it all again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.